What's the word?
Deadline.
Welcome, Guybrush.
The voodoo lady! Boy, am I glad to see you! I've got so many questions.
There'll be time enough for questions later. But first, hand me the LeChuck Slayer.
The what?
The cursed cutlass of Kaflu. Now that LeChuck has been destroyed, the cutlass must be ritually dismantled in a soul-chilling voodoo ceremony to ensure that his evil never reawakens.
Yeah, about that. I tried to destroy LeChuck with the cutlass, but I had to make some last-second substitutions, and there were some complications.
What manner of complications?
Well, the cutlass didn't so much annihilate LeChuck as it turned him human.
What?
I couldn't believe it either. Personally, I think it's a trick.
A human LeChuck. This is troubling.
Can you help me?
I'll do as much as the fates allow, but I fear that you will not like what I have to say.
Have you got anything for my hand? I think I may have picked up a rash somewhere.
Fascinating.
And itchy. Can you fix it?
No.
Then what in the name of Satan's comb-over are you good for, you bloated old sea-hag?
What was that?
That was the pox of LeChuck.
Who the what now?
The pox of LeChuck. When your improperly enchanted cutlass turned LeChuck into a human, all the evil voodoo juju within him had to go somewhere. Were you touching him at the time?
I was! Does that explain the antisocial behavior and the crude gestures?
Yes. Some of LeChuck's evil has seeped into your hand.
Do you have a cure?
No, but I know where you can find one.
I feel a piratey quest coming on.
To eliminate the pox of LeChuck, you must seek out La Esponja Grande.
The big sponge?
La Esponja Grande is no ordinary sponge, Treepwood. It is a legendary sea sponge with incredible voodoo exfoliating abilities, capable of absorbing limitless quantities of voodoo mojo.
Where can I find it?
I have never seen it myself, but a former friend of mine, Coronado de Cava, spent many years searching for it. I last saw him in the Jerkbait Islands. Take this locket to him, and tell him I vouched for your character.
I'll get right on it after I find Elaine.
That would be unwise, Guybrush. The pox of LeChuck must be eliminated before it spreads.
Whatever. Well, this has been disturbing, but I've got an island to escape, a wife to find, and apparently a giant voodoo-sucking sponge to hunt.
May the fates guide you, Guybrush Treepwood.
Knock knock.
Guybrush, don't.
Who's there?
No.
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
You fool.
What?
I've spent months crafting a pyrite parrot of Petaluma, and you've ruined it before it was finished. Now I'll have to start all over.
Sorry. Hey, if you're done with this, can I have it?
Fine. It's of no use to me now.
Who's the studliest pirate in the whole wide world?
It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Heh. What's this?
Ah, the spirits have guided you well. That is a bottle containing an ancient scroll left behind by the Vacalians, the former inhabitants of Flotsam Island.
Ancient scroll, huh? Do you think it can tell me anything about these messed up winds?
Perhaps, But first, you'll have to figure out how to break the unbreakable bottle I've sealed it in.
Unbreakable bottle? Why would you do that?
Some secrets are too dangerous to fall into mortal hands, Threepwood.
Anything else you want to tell me about this scroll in the bottle?
I purchased the scroll from a bitter old pirate named Magee. Make of that what you will.
Guess this thing fell off the roof when I had my little LeChuck episode. I should get shouty more often. Looks like the wind gods of Flotsam are pointing that-a-way.
Hey there, Threepwood. You mind if I get your pirate on the street opinion about the death cloud?
Death Cloud? The pox of LeChuck!
The pox of LeChuck? Pox of LeChuck. Nah, too on the nose, not a pizzazz. Death cloud is punchier, more in your face, more, ooh, I'm gonna die. Well, I got sick pirates to interview. See ya! Unicorns! Get your hand-blown glove.
Ahoy there, scruffy artisan! I'm Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Ahoy yourself! I be Gaffer Crypt-Digit, pirate glassblower.
What can you tell me about this bottle?
Arr, that be one of me special unbreakable bottles.
Unbreakable? Ha! There isn't a bottle alive that's a match for my gift for destruction. Impressive.
The secret ingredients are those jagged crystal reefs. They're tougher than diamonds.
Weird. But what do you do if you want to open one of these unbreakable bottles in order to, say, look at an ancient scroll you've cleverly sealed inside?
Arr, that's a good question, lad. Here, show you how it's done. I use this little beauty to chip off flakes from the reefs and to crack open bottles like this one.
Whoa! So let me get this straight. Your unbreakable bottles are, in fact, opened by breaking them?
Don't get cute, Blandy. I break other things too, you know.
I'm back.
Aye, so you are.
What's this alphabet sale all about?
Well, it's the latest thing. I make unbreakable tubes in the shapes of letters, which can be used to create festive illuminated business signs, novelty mementos, or lamps.
Kitschy.
Aye, very cap. Consonants cost 38 pieces of 8, but today I'm giving away one free vowel per customer. Would you like a vowel?
I think I'd like one of those free vowel tubes.
You'd like to buy a vowel, eh? Here you go.
A U? What about A, E, I, O, or even Y?
All sold out. All we got is U-tubes these days.
Thanks for chatting, but I got a wife and arch nemesis to return to.
Aye, who doesn't?
Welcome aboard, sir.
Dan Winslow? What are you doing here?
If it's all right with you, Captain, I'd like to stay aboard as your first mate.
I don't know. I really don't...
Jolly good, sir. You won't regret it, mark my words. Now, if you'll excuse me, I believe some of my stitches have popped. I'll meet you here if the winds ever change.
A cheese wheel! Monster! Yuck. Still, maybe I'll find some starving rats who will eat it. Hey, it's one of those spiffy new Hungarian easy-action cannons I've been begging Elaine to let me buy. Whoa, the wind's really doing a number on that cannonball.
Unicorns! Me beautiful unicorns!
Yoink! It's amazing how many of life's problems are solved by indiscriminate cannon fire. Okay, let's break some bottles. Hey, knock it off, hand! Ow! Looks like I'm gonna have to get my hand under control if I want to break this bottle. What a crummy sconce. I'd better pick this up before someone trips over it.
Bonjour!
Hi there. Are you a doctor?
Mais oui, I am the Marquis de Singe, former court physician to King Louis himself. And who might you be?
Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate.
Zut alors! Your hand.
Yeah, I seem to have come down with something.
This is fantastic! We must investigate at once! Très intéressant alors. And you say your sick little hand has a mind of its own?
Yeah, it keeps hitting people, making rude gestures, doing all sorts of stuff I'd never do. Well, not without a really good reason, anyway.
Fascinating.
So, can you fix it?
Monsieur Threepwood, you have my word as a former physician of the court of King Louis that by the time you leave here, your misanthropic hand will never trouble you again.
A friend of mine says that my hand is cursed with a voodoo pox that can only be cleared up with a magical sponge.
Voodoo? Voodoo is nothing but unenlightened baby jabber for the ignorant and superstitious masses. The only path to true knowledge is via a rigorous scientific inquiry, preferably conducted by a suitably aristocratic mind.
So my pox...
Is nothing more than a disease. A disease we will cure with science!
Scientifically speaking, what do you think is the cause of these crazy winds swirling around Flotsam?
Ah yes, the winds. Personally, I'm convinced that they are a rare but perfectly natural meteorological phenomenon caused by a Lagrange inversion of the atmospheric humors in the upper troposphere, causing a counter-cyclonic,
Forget I asked. So how did a dazzling urbanite like yourself wind up in a sleepy pirate island like Flotsam?
Ah, mon ami, that is a tale of triumph and tragedy. Many years ago, I was a young physician in the court of King Louis. Those were heady days, tending to the many ills of the aristocracy, navigating scandalous palace intrigues. I was a rising star in the scientific firmament.
And then? Then?
A conspiracy of jealous scientists accused me of performing inhuman cross-breeding experiments with the Queen's poodles!
Scientists can be so catty.
The king was outraged and ordered me exiled on this deserted tropical island.
Deserted? Then you were the first?
Oui. Happily, my solitude was short-lived, as the merry winds of Flotsam have conspired to bring me many new pirate patients over the years. Incroyable!
So, Doc, what's the verdict?
Ah, monsieur, you are a very lucky man.
I am?
Ah, oui. The disease spreading through your saucy little parrot hand is like nothing I've ever seen before.
That doesn't sound very lucky.
In fact, somewhere in that oozing appendage may lie the secret to life itself.
It may? Hey, nice going, hand.
I'll know more after I cut it off.
What? Hey!
But of course, Monsieur Threepwood, the only cure for a hand that infected is a quick, clean amputation.
Amputation? Isn't that a little rash?
No, it's a very big rash, which is why we'll have to amputate. But not to worry, monsieur. Your hand won't feel a thing thanks to my specially concocted rogue anesthetic.
Ow!
Now, if you'll just relax here a few minutes, I'll be in the back sharpening my petit guillotine blade. We don't want to cut off our hand with a dull blade now, do we?
Well, I guess you have a point there.
Au revoir.
What a loon. But at least my hand seems under control for a while. I better figure out a way out of this tastefully appointed abattoir before the Marquis de Crazy Pants comes back. Feats don't fail me now. Score 1 for the pirate with the pointy feet. I hope this works, or I'm about to throw away a perfectly good key.
Jacques! Bad monkey! After I take care of Monsieur Sweetwood, it's back in the box for you.
Listen, monkey, if you and I work together, we can both bust out of this joint. What do you say? Are you with me? That's the universal symbol for yes. Let's see what this does. Bananas from heaven! Thanks, Banana God. This looks like it might do something interesting. Ouch! That looked unpleasant. Alright, feet. Make yourselves useful. Alright! A gross picture of my grosser hand. Things are looking up. Whoops! I meant to do that. Wow, an electromagnetic monkey! I had a dream like that once. Only it was an iguana, not a monkey. And instead of a key, it was an ice cream cone. Plus, I was in my underwear for some reason. Wow, he seems excited about something. That's it. Come on, you magnificent magnetic monkey. Gotcha! Now, to work the key into the lock. Ta-da!
Monsieur Sweetwood, what do you think you're doing? Get back on the table at once.
Sorry, Doc, but I think I should get a second opinion. Thanks for numbing up my hand, though. All that flailing and slapping was getting on my nerves.
Wait! Wait! Stop! I must have your beautiful justifying hand! Come back! Ah! Slovenly parrots! Leaving their trash floating all over the place! A parrot hunter, eh?